Hello, my name is Clinton Garwood, and this presentation will discuss sentiment analysis as it is used in human resources workflows, including situations of recruitment, candidate screening, and hiring. Now, everybody knows what a message is. It contains information. The sentiment of a message is that quality which goes beyond the literal text and refers to the feeling or emotional aspects of a message, which might be a person's belief or opinion. We see a basic architecture of sentiment analysis as having 5 parts: data acquisition, processing of that data, which leads into a machine learning process that qualifies or quantifies that data. Of course, step 3 and 4 is a MapReduce process, and finally the use of those results. It's of interest to know that sentiment analysis is a subset of natural language processing, which is a topic that is worthy of study all on its own. So how do we see sentiment analysis being used in hiring, and why? First off, there's a tremendous number of people looking for jobs right now, and which of course turns into millions of job applications. This generates multiple candidates' artifacts like resume, cover letters, and other pieces of data which must be considered by employers in order to find the right candidate. Applying the sentiment analysis architecture to the HR workflow, we find the following. First, applicants submit documents. Next, a keyword analysis of the artifacts initially determine which applications to feed into the 3rd step, which is the start of the MapReduce process, which drives the 4th step, a classification of a candidate's quality, and then into the 5th step, which is a determination based on the machine score or ranking to either offer an interview to a candidate or to simply disqualify that candidate. Here we see a different representation of the data workflow. First, we see the general architecture, and then we see the HR-specific architecture related to this process. In this illustration, we see that it is not only text documents like a resume or a cover letter which can be consumed by the sentiment analysis architecture, but also that video interviews, public and private records, and even live streaming of interviews can be analyzed to determine a candidate's beliefs, attitudes, and convictions, not only to the job they're applying to, but also to the company at large, the hiring team, or the supervisor that they're interviewing with. It's important to note here that a loop exists, and candidates can undergo analysis multiple times in various stages of the hiring process. Now, this is what people have been doing forever. In the concept of the Turing test is a metaphor here to compare the skill at which the machines do this as compared to a person doing the same task. And so, are machines as good as people at this process? Well, they produce standardized results, but they may not be ready just yet to take over all of the work in the process. In 2018, Reuters reported that an HR software Amazon.com was using for years summarily disqualified female applicants from being offered interviews for jobs. Situations like this have driven state and federal laws which seek to inform applicants of automated HR processes, but it should be noted that it does not prevent the technology from being used. And are companies using this? Yes. In 2017, nearly 1/3 of companies surveyed reporting using these tools in HR workflows, and a separate survey found that 2/3 of companies have plans for adoption. Now, candidates, technical or not, should take note of this and consider that a machine is most likely going to be on the search committee for the next job that they apply for. And as important, they should know that these machines will analyze more than just resumes and cover letters, and will have the ability to go deep into any and all data it can find out about a candidate, including from public and private repositories that are available. These machines then are tasked with generating a report about what it finds are a candidate's beliefs, attitudes, and opinions. This is the sentiment that the candidate brings with them to the application. In conclusion, sentiment analysis, or the machine learning process of discovering beliefs, attitudes, and opinions, is a technology that's revolutionizing the hiring workflow process. And while this technology is not perfect yet, it delivers a significant cost and time reduction that HR departments must put into candidate selection and hiring. Again, my name is Clint Garwood. There is a research paper that accompanies this presentation. Thank you for your audience. I look forward to your questions.